All right, testing. Hello. There's actually people on here. All right. I like this. I am hoping you guys can hear me. This is my first time I've ever had to set up a stream or anything, so hoping I did it all right. Let me know volumes too, if the music's too loud or if the mic's too loud. But yeah, this should be fun. I'm just gonna stream game development, and if you guys got any questions, just let me know, and I'll stop whatever progress I'm doing on my game. We'll answer questions. We will, I would say, turn down the background music. Roger. And I'm also on normal latency, so there's a little delay. Alright, YouTube makes this really hard. Okay, turn it down a little bit. If it's still too loud, let me know. I'll just keep adjusting it. Alright, so this is a project that me and Noob K have been working on for a while. Noob K is kind of my right-hand man when it comes to PGM stuff. We've been working together quite a bit. And we finally committed to finishing this game. And I'm pretty excited because it'll be the first full game I've ever completed. But at the same time, it's kind of a fun little Mega Man-like game. But I just got a few more levels to get done. And I don't know if I've shown any of the progress for like the lava level. We have a lava planet. The boss is pretty fun for this one. But yeah, we're just going to go through level design, making mechanics, boss fights, which are probably my favorite thing to do. So yeah, let's the first thing I want to do is Noob made this awesome GIF here, and it's like a starting kind of a pose thing, and so I want to implement this so when we start the level it does that little intro. So he's kind of giving me the stuff here. I just gotta find. Yeah, he dropped these in Discord here, so I'll just have to kind of save them manually. We use a cloud sharing software called Sync. Makes it really nice to just share files with each other. Sprites. I'll just save it. Oh no, right here. Motionless and Skepsis. Good to see you guys. Alright, so we got that one. I think the only thing I'm missing is the squish ones, but that's fine. He kind of gave me this prototype right here, and this will be good because we'll go over kind of setting up our own stuff too, you know. You can see that I'm scaled 100%, so we're using very small resolution here, so which is nice for performance, all that jazz. All right, so now that I have them, whoops. And now start opening them. I use GIMP. I know it's not preferred, and I'm trying to get off of it. Noob keeps telling me I need to go to Sprite, and I will someday. Someday I will make that leap. Hey Cell, welcome. Right. Put it in. So just got a little maintenance to do here real quick. Got to get these going. Okay, so we put this on this size of a grid, which is a 48 by 48. So I just need a couple more 48 by 48s. So it'll be 96 by 48. Or was that right? Oh, it would be 96 times 2. My brain. 192, okay. All right. Yeah, it's going to beam down, do a little squishy, and then come back up. Work that. Krita. I have Krita. I haven't dove into it yet, but it looks like a good all-around software. Aquacat. Watch and stream at work. That's the life. Noob. All right, so now we can get into PGM. Squished Megabass. Yeah. So far, it's funny. This character doesn't really have a name yet, but we've been calling him Noobbot for one, because Noob, designed it. But we're thinking about the name Bounty Bot for the game. So it's still going through a naming phase, but. I don't know if any of you PGM devs ever forget to do this, but it's super annoying if you don't set the partition right away. All right, so now I need to add the player, or I need to add this animation. So I'm just going to go to animation settings here and add it. That simple. Cool thing about PGM is you can have as many animation settings as we want, or animations or resources to an animation that we want. Now I'm using a lot of animation sets. You can see this is the primary way that we do the weapon changes, But since this entrance right here, since it's only ever going to be with the green guy, we don't need to add them with all the like the blue and the orange and stuff like that. So I can just add them like this. Which, by the way, I don't even think I've showed you the progress yet. One sec, let me play test and show you what I've been working on. So, basically been working on this. Oh yeah, I need to turn down the volume. I found a good volume that fit. Yeah, it's about right here. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right. So, been trying to find a puzzle system for this ice stuff. So, we're going to have these little ice shots that can ricochet. Obviously, I haven't. I just kind of did the right side. But, yeah, and then we'll have like little puzzle systems where you have to get it just right and stuff like that. But we have sliding in with the ice. That's relatively easy with just the engine default settings and stuff. But and then we have some other levels here for the ice. We have, see, I think I've got, so we have a start here, level 2, level a little link. This is what I call a joint. So this is just setting it up so that I can go to a vertical level because of the way that slide links work. So you can see that this one is, it's a 1 high, and so then when I enter the joint, I can then make it go into a vertical, which is this one right here. So it goes into a vertical, and that way the slide link just goes really nice and smooth. Yeah, motionless. You can't work in the same project at the same time, but so you'll have to take turns, just like RPG Maker. You have to take turns going in and stuff like that. It's not like an engine like Unity where you could have one guy doing code and one guy doing scenes, and then you guys just commit to your GitHub and then you pull and stuff like that. This one is primarily meant for one person at a time to be in. But when you save it and you exit, the next person can go in if you've got a cloud service and you're good to go. It's pretty easy sharing a project. Yeah, so yep, that's kind of what, or this answering Cell's question. Yeah, you can see that the floor restriction's right there, and then he also has an above tile. Or, yeah, it's above this tile, but sometimes I have to put it on a lower layer, depending on if, like, I have a ladder. So, like, if I got this ladder right here, I have to put it on a... Let's turn this off here. Yeah, so you'll see that I had to put it on a lower layer right there. Probably on this one, yep. So it just depends on what you have. It takes a little bit of work setting those type of stuff up, but it's not bad. I think next time I'll run the stream on... By the way, how is the quality of the stream? Is it, like, clear? Because I always worry about that. If it's clear enough, I might try to run it on low latency. That way I can just answer these questions more real time. Oh, that's a good question. N. Why do I use Pixel Game Maker and Game Maker? I use Unity as well. So, and RPG Maker too. Like I'll jump to Unite, and I'll use that. I like game engines. I really do. It's fun figuring them out. Each one has a benefit, and each one also has disadvantages. So Pixel Game Maker I like for its easy animations, easy to get going. Game Maker, I like it because I'm an amateur coder, and so Game Maker really, I don't know what the word is. It gets me experience on that side. Game Maker is a harder engine. It really is. Like, it's not easy, but it's easier than Unity. In Unity, I've only made a very small 2-3 scene project, and that was it. But yeah, I've checked out Construct 3. Yeah, you know, I like the style. I do. I just one thing that I do try to stay away from is web games, or not web games, but games that are made for HTML5. I just I don't know why, I just try to stay away. Like, I don't really use RPG Maker anymore, mostly because of that reason. There's just no, I feel it's hard to port things with HTML. You're kind of stuck. But as far as the engine itself go, I think it's a really nice engine. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Unite too. That it it has a lot of potential to really help people, I think, get into Unity. All right, so this one is the intro beam. You'll notice I just copy pasted. There's really no reason to create a new motion every time, just copy paste. The reason why is because if you create one, you'll get a wall detection and collision detection the same size as the sprite. And it's just, I'd rather just deal with one that is in a better spot. All right, so this one isn't only, so it's a single direction. And in the direction is where we pick the actual entrance thing. Now I might see here, but we'll see what happens here. I might turn off this wall detection. Get rid of that, get rid of that. And then when it lands, it'll do this. Oh, you know what? This is, yeah. We'll have the single, and then at the end, we'll need another one called intro land. Then I'll need to change this with the frame right here as well. Oh, I see. Noob put them on, they're floored this time. So let's see here. So this is pretty simple fix. So if you ever run into a situation like this where it just wasn't positioned right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna count how many pixels I need to go up in the GIMP software. So I'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I need to go up 12. Right, because that was at the feet. Yep, it was. So now I'll just go into GIMP here. Both of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'll re-export for this. And then I just love this about PGM2. You just go to resources and update it. And now it's updated. And boom. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, Construct, I mean, if you're an active dev in Construct, I think you can really make it, but I don't know. Game Maker, like I said, Game Maker is purely just fun for the code for me. Like, seriously, putting together stuff in code. Kind of why I've been coming out doing a little more plugins and stuff as well for this engine. Though coding in PGM is not as it's just a little more complicated than Game Maker, and so it kind of can take that fun out of coding, but it's still useful if you can get into scripting and stuff. So, all right, so this one need another frame. Oh, and he also put these on the left here. So when I say he, I'm Noob K again is the one doing the assets here, and this is just part of it. Sometimes we have to just help each other out. All right, so I don't know what this pickup. Oh, pickup point. I know what that was for. We're not picking up. Hey, welcome, Silver. Yeah, Game Maker's biggest weakness is its collisions. They're really a pain. They really are a pain. it's like that's another reason Pixel Game Maker just shines compared to that engine. It's just so I always just set up one direction and then I just copy paste it. It's just easier. Make sure I give it right. And then I'm just gonna undo the flip. And that should be it. So let's just make sure I got this. Maybe I want it a little longer. Do 8 maybe? I don't know. Yeah, let's try that. 8 frames. Yeah, that's another thing about Game Maker. You can't just update sprites like that. Updating sprites or assets in Game Maker is kind of annoying. Unity's not too bad, but PGM definitely is. It's got some quirks with its animations tab, but it has a nice animation system. Exactly. Yep. Just a couple fumbles that are big deterrents for starting developers. That's the only bummer about it. Okay, so I have the intro land and the intro beam. So let's see how I can pull this off. So in the player, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have an action. And we'll just call this intro land. And maybe actually, okay, yeah, I might need a couple of these. So we'll go like this. We'll just say intro wait. Oh, what's the stigma, Amiri? I know the RPG Maker community didn't really like it when it came out. I can understand that. So I'll just get rid of this stuff. And this intro land will be the intro land. And the intro weight will actually be nothing, and it will also be not affected by gravity. This will be if motion placed to the end. Yeah, let's try something like this. So in the very beginning, right here, instead of him being in yeah, and regarding the stigma, I know the problem is that the Maker engines are always known to be this very easy to get into game engine. Like look at RPG Maker, super easy, right? But the problem with PGM is it's kind of an in-between. It's like a Unity-like, but it's also made by the RPG Maker devs. So they did have some aspect like their tiles, the way they do tiles and stuff like this. So I don't know. I can understand why it got the stigma, but a lot of the stigma was a little unfair, I gotta admit. That's just my opinion on it. Awesome, Shafel Arts. That's a good goal, to release a game one day. That's my goal too, actually. Yeah, and if you guys have any questions too, just feel free to drop them and we can get them answered. I'll keep saying that throughout the stream here. Alright, so intro, land. If we start it, it should just take me right to idle. Oh, whoops. Got to actually have that. Oops. Okay, so there's a shift. So you can see right here that it's shifting over one. That means that I'm the sprite is shifted over to the right one. So I need to change that in GIMP as well. So let's go to GIMP and grab these and move it over one. I can't remember the hotkey. Oh, it's just Control E. Okay, Control E. Got it. And then update, and then that should fix the problem. Perfect. All right, so there it goes. Now I just need to make the beam that comes in. Oh, and this will have no movement, no change of direction. But it does have wall detection, so that's good right there. All right, so this intro wait, what can we do here? So this intro wait, we'll have it, I think the beam is going to be another object. We'll just say a generated intro beam. You'll notice I always use, I forget what this is called. I think it's called snake case, where I use those underscores. And the reason why I do that is because of the way that PGM searches. I'll have it be of the player, but it's just going to be a, it could be a neutral. We'll get rid of these for now. And we want this to play the intro beam. Falling. Like that. Yeah. Amiri, they might, while some of their stuff is wrong, some of it, I mean, there is some truth. You can't just say that Pixel Game Maker is like the perfect engine out there. No engine's really the perfect engine. That's the problem with engines. But they're fun to figure out. In PGM, I guarantee you'll figure it out and make a game before you'll figure out all of Game Maker or Unity and make a game. Unless you've got time to dedicate. I mean, you know, I've got a family, 4 young kids. I've got a full-time job and then part-time work. And it's just, it's hard. It's hard to balance that. Alright, so this is falling. Fernando! It's going well, man. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is my first time streaming, so... Yep, this is the first time. And I'm hoping to do this more often. I just want to... I think I could get some more real-time help with this engine, I think. You know, if you have a mechanic you've been on your mind, let's just figure it out right here. I'll do a small prototype, whatever. Alright, so this is falling. And then we're going to generate it in this intro here. So generate the intro beam, but we're going to generate it quite a ways up. And actually, we could just say negative 320, because that's going to be the screen height. Yeah, 4 kids. I finally learned what caused that, so we're done, but... yeah, 4 kids is a lot, man. Okay, so like this. Let's just see what happens here. So let's go to, let's put him at intro weight. So he'll be right here. We should be seeing a beam fly down. Okay, a little too high. Okay, so yeah, a little too high. Oh, cool. 1 card pony. Welcome. Yeah, that counterattack. That childs are amazing, huh? Childs. The way. This is the way. Awesome. Yeah, hopefully this one will be out. I'm hoping this one can be done by the end of the year. It's going to be a small game. It'll be cheap too, you know. And who knows, PGM community, I might just throw out some Steam keys. Alright, so that worked, but I want to make the gravity a little higher. I want it to fall a little quicker. I don't want it to fall too fast though. So 1.5, or whoa. 1.5. Yeah, I don't mind. And I'm, if I can remember, I'm 36 or 35. But I was born in 86. I can't remember. I think I'm 36. You kind of forget when you're... Let's you know what? I need to maybe not generate it so high. Maybe I'm... Yeah. Mithril Age or Zeta. He is no stranger to little hoodlums running around. Alright, so let's try this 180. Yeah, that's pretty good, but it needs to be faster. So let's just go 2.5. Yeah, let's try that. Just to see how it goes. So, how do I want to make this go? I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have this one. Holy cow. Skepsis is the wise old man in the chat room, everyone. Listen to his advice. Okay, yeah, I'm 36. Thanks for clearing that up. I'll figure it out one day. Alright, so this one is gonna say reached player. Since the player isn't moving, I can just gauge it based on the distance with the player. So reached player. And let's just... You could just say distance. Nope. Distance with other object. All directions. Let's just... I don't know. Gonna be going off the origin. I believe this goes off the origin. So let's just do 12 and start with that. Less than the player. And let's just see if it disappears. If it disappears, then we did it something right. Cool. Yeah, and that's a good length. It disappears right there. Perfect. Now the only thing that we need to do is we need to add in the beam. So this is the falling. Then we'll add the beam land right here. And we'll say this takes about... We'll try 6 frames at first. When it reaches here, it goes to beam, land, and then it's also going to execute object action, the player, to the no, not the wait, is it the intro weight? No, it's not the intro weight. Okay, good. It was the intro land right there. Okay. And then finally, we'll say this is destroy. And this one I'll just do after animation. Since I put this at 6 frames, that'll be good. And then we'll just destroy it. And then what's the thing we need to do when we destroy an object that we don't want to come back? We have to go to basic settings and turn it off to none. Oh, you know what? I forgot that I had a, was it this? Yeah, I got a little click pointer. Forgot about that. I also made it to where I can zoom in to show you my mouse a little bit. All right. So the other thing too is on the land that I remembered is, hey Adam Law. Thanks, man. I'm doing well. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so where was I? Oh yeah, I need to turn off the gravity. So once it gets to this, I need to turn off the gravity. This should work. Something's okay. So something's a little off though. Oh, I think I got it. Okay. So I want this beam to be display priority higher. See what that does first. Okay, and it also needs to be up. So I need it to detect at a greater distance. We'll just change this one. Let's double it. Or no, let's just go 20. Hey, Mr. Beast. Welcome. I have a oh no. Zeta's gonna say Pokemon engine. Man, with Pokemon, any kind of RPG where you need like a dynamic item database, I'm scared for that, man. Okay, so I like where this is going. It's starting too soon. So let's go just 14. Yeah. That's not high enough. A lot of just testing here. Well, it just depends. Like, I think visual scripting has a place. But like, even games like Hollow Knight that were made with Playmaker, which is a scripting asset for Unity, to get on the Switch or to get on consoles, it had to be all converted into code. So, I don't know, the fact that PGM can port to the Switch without converting it to code is pretty dang crazy to me. Now, there are some caveats with the Switch. You really have to be on your game performance-wise, as far as, you know, knowing what to look for and stuff to make your game the most performant, but it can be done, and you can't do that in other engines. Construct 3, you have to go through a third party that ports the game, that basically codes the game in another engine to get it on. My voice is so cool, thanks. Oh, that's funny. My voice was the first thing to mature And it was kind of funny. When I was younger, I would talk on the phone and people would think I'm, you know, 30s or something. But they would see me and I'd be like this 16 year old. Like, whoa, you looked a lot, or I thought you were a lot older. Like, no. Problem is my voice aged, but my looks really didn't. So I still probably look really young. And that's not working right here. Maybe I need to get out of the even numbers. Do you guys ever do that where you're stuck on like even numbers or odd numbers? Like you don't want to use, it's for me, it's usually even numbers. I'm just like, I don't want to use that odd number. See, it's not going right. Something. Okay. So since this isn't working, I'm just going to use this in combination maybe with this. So let's go and let's offset this. So I'm going to offset this. Or do I need to offset it the other way? I can't remember. Let me try to offset this here. Yeah, that's getting closer. So let's offset this by 4 maybe. Yeah. So for the beam, I need it to... Maybe what I need... Always round up. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys caught that, but the way that distance from other object was working, it wasn't giving me the most precise thing. So what I did is I just offset the animation a little bit so that I could go pixel by pixel. I'm going to try executing it before it destroys. See if that makes the animation look any better. Okay, it's getting there. Now it's just too much time for the land intro. So this one I only want to be 6 frames maybe. That was bad. So can't move, can't move. And this I'm going to code white. Or wait, no, this one is white. Okay. White typically means that you can execute object, or something is executing object action to it in my games. So like, for instance, we're executing object action right here, I guess. So just by quickly looking, I know that I'm executing object action right here. It's really hard. You can't really view it because, see, with switches and stuff, you can go in and you can see the history where it's all being used. Not really this one. Yeah. So see right here, you can see, oh, I'm using the switch right here. You can even go to it. But there's no way to do that with execute object action. So it's kind of hard to debug sometimes. Yeah, you're welcome, man. Thanks for stopping by. I could have, I thought about that, but one problem is in my, or regarding Cell's question, could I have just done it? One thing is though, is that I didn't want it to hit any of these walls that I have right here. So I figured I'll just have it be a separate object with no collision detection on anything. The player has to stay there invisible then when it hits the distance. So yeah, there was a couple ways to do it. I just didn't want to mess with the tile wall stuff. I would rather mess with the distance kind of a thing. What wasn't rotating? You should add a frame while the beam is in the long form. Oh, yes. Yes, good idea. Or that's probably how it's supposed to be. I just... Awesome. Noob for the win, everybody. Okay, let's see this. I don't think I did it right. Oh, I didn't loop it. Okay, loop. Ah, so since I'm looping it, that means, okay, so I'll do loop. And then I'll just do static. It's kind of my process here. Might not make sense to others, but basically in loop are just the animations I need to loop, which the following one I do, but the static one I don't. I don't want it to loop actually. So I'll just go like this. Then I just have to make sure that I change it to the static. And really, it's if I have multiple in the following. This could actually just be beam fall. Let's make this simple. And this is beam land. There we go. I'm kind of crazy with renaming things all the time. I just one of my OCD ticks. Okay, so this should go exactly... Okay, cool. And we can further see it. I'm gonna pause it, restart the game, and just frame step through here. We can see that it indeed changes, lands, and then squishes me upward. Cool. I don't think I've shown any of these yet. So we got a mine here. This is gonna let you get long distances. It's mostly for climbing, so that part's not intended to reach gaps like that. You can, and we'll let the players. This is a flamethrower. Then we have our traditional boomerang. So I'm gonna change this up a bit. I think to make it fair, I'm gonna have to only let one be active at a time. So we go over common actions on the stream. Yeah, common actions. Anything in particular, Mithril, about common actions? Okay, so that looks good. All right, so what was I doing again? I think I just wanted that. Oh, I think I need to make the landing a little... I just think it needs to be faster. We'll just go 3. 3 and 2. Let's get the player running right away. Why is that taking so long? Oh, I was changing it on the left. Oh, thanks. Yeah. Does anyone else agree that sound design or finding sound effects is like one of the hardest things to do in game development? It takes forever, it feels like, to find good sound effects. Okay, this might be it. And then we could add a... make it go a little bit faster. Oops. Cool. I think that works. Yeah. Cool. This is just the first level, and I always do the first stage, the first part of the stage, just to be like a very beginner thing. So you can kind of just introduce a couple things. That's all I wanted. I want this first stage to be easy. This first level anyway. Or first area, I don't know what you call it. Alright. So that's a successful intro right there. So I'm just gonna save this. I do not do automatic saving. I'm sure you guys know this, but this save project on playtest, I have that unchecked. I just, especially when I'm using a cloud service to save, I don't want anything, when you're playtesting over and over, it could cause some issues, I think. And it has in the past, so I keep that off. I manually save. Oh, okay. So regarding the common actions here. So common actions are basically, you think of them in RPG Maker sense, they're kind of like those common events. And they're particularly like common events that are parallel processes. So they're always running. There's no real stopping them unless you have conditions that make them stop. So for instance, and here's a good way to see it. So right here, this death normal right here, HP equals 0. That's the condition to trigger this common action. So this condition, HP equals 0, if you zoom out and look at all these actions, is technically running in each action. So it's almost the equivalent of having another link out of each action. So this intro land going to idle has one link like this, one normal link. However, because I have these common actions, it technically has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. So this intro link has 7 plus 1, so 8 links going at a time, actually, because of these common actions. Now, some of them might not even mean anything because, you know, the condition might not be affecting it, but it's still checking for that. Emotionless, the sound effects were actually just some packs I've gotten over the years through Humble Bundle. And we just kind of decided to stick with that more 8-bit sound. Seemed right. There are some other sound effects though. Hopefully these aren't too loud, but like, I like the mini boss. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this game really play out, but let me show you like the planet, the mini boss here. So would it be on this one that I do? Yeah, I'll just do this one. We'll start it right here. And the only other thing I got to do is done. I was testing out the fire or the ice shot. I can't remember where I put that. Okay, right here. We'll just pause that and okay. Now get out of here, man. How do I get this guy? Get this guy out of here. Cool. Yeah, I'm not prepared for bots yet. I don't know if there's an easy way to get rid of those guys or what. Yeah, thanks. Alright. Alright, so this is kind of the... So you'll destroy those, ants will be coming out of those, and then you go down here and... So this is the first mini boss, so you only have this little shot thing. And then you pick it up and now you get the charge shot. And so this charge shot, what it does is it allows you to hit buttons. Then you can kind of go on your merry way. You'll cross this path through the first part of the level, but you'll see 2 buttons that you can't get, so you'll have to just keep going right. You'll eventually get to that mini boss. But then when you get this, you can now do this. And this was kind of challenging right here, to do the camera slide link. That slide link camera in the middle of a scene was really hard to accomplish. So this is the new save point. Noob was awesome and made that little seed thing. And then, oh, okay, good. I fell. So this one, you guys can either. I'm gonna spice this one up a little bit. Very basic mechanics here. You're just trying to get out of here. And then a little funny comedy thing. Yeah, oh man, the music I have for this is honestly one of the things that keeps motivating me, because it's so fitting. It's from the same composer, so all the songs kind of have the same theme, but literally there was enough music to make the whole game, and yeah, so I'm pretty happy about that. Oh yeah, take that. And I'll show you up to the first boss fight here. Alright, so... Oh, I forgot sliding makes you invincible? Or my... Oh no. Doesn't that dinging sound remind you of River City Ransom? Oh yeah. Okay, I messed that one up. Something got... It's supposed to go to the hand. I'll have to look into that. This was the first demo that I let people play. So... Now maybe it's a little more... Now you can understand where I'm going with this, but... Something like that. Yeah, I think it was the iframes on the slide. That's probably what it is. No, actually, nope. I did have slides. So something happened there where... That's interesting. I'll have to look into it. Yeah. Yeah, he throws boomerangs all day. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna buy a bunch of boomerangs. My wife will be like, what are you doing? Well, I want to get buff, honey. I learned this in a video game that I made. Alright, so we got the beam. That was good progress. So let's see what else. Oh yeah, now I'm in. It's not going to be much. It's not. Because it will probably be about an hour gameplay. So I would guess. Well, an hour if you know what you're doing. I think that first level takes about 15 minutes. And there's going to be 5 levels total. With some cutscenes and some cool, you know, stuff. So, I don't know. Maybe $1, maybe a little over $1. I'm not sure pricing yet. I have to talk to Noob too, because it's a joint adventure. Yeah, Hernando, the coins bouncing. That's it. That is it. The coins bouncing. Man, what a good game that was. That'd be fun to kind of do a remake of something like that. Alright, so I'm on this one. So, okay, I feel good with this for now. It's probably not perfect, but maybe the landing just needs to be a hair shorter. So, but I'm just going to leave it and move on. Okay, so that is done. Let's see what else we can do. So the boss's name is Macho Man. as original as that sounds. Macho Man. Okay, so one thing I do need to do in this was that thing never comes back, and that's not good. I need to make that come back. So I have Planet 3 stuff. Noob is the joint adventure king. He knows how to work. Alright, so let's see here. Igloo. In this game, we're gonna have a professor, and he's gonna be a turtle, and it's supposed to represent me because of how slow I am at developing this game. I'm a slow tortoise. I think you have a prototype of that. Let me see real quick. Downloads. In here somewhere. There's sprites, maybe? Stumpy. This was the old one, so we were kind of thinking maybe this could be Professor Baz, or maybe this rat, this mouse, because I used to go by Baz Rat Games. That was kind of my thing, but now I'm not really a mouse anymore. And this is a little nice rat. I was thinking more of like a rat from like Twitch from League of Legends. I missed your joke. Oh, it's in cutscenes? Okay. Yeah, I've heard of that Try My Game scam. Gosh, people nowadays. Why? Oh, right here. So yeah, this is gonna be me. This is just, I'm sorry guys. I'm slow tortoise. And then he's also been making these awesome busts for the cutscenes. Here's if you like robot backs, you know. He was very detailed with the lines. Very representative here. I don't know if he wants me showing these prototypes off. Baz, can you make a projectile that pierces enemies? I'm mostly looking for a way to make it so that the projectile only deals damage a single time. That is so currently, now granted on the roadmap here, let me screens here. So on the roadmap here, let's go to discussions. The roadmap is supposed to be adding an additional setting of erasing attack detection in motion settings when an object hits collision. That might not actually be what you're wanting either, now that I'm thinking about it. So the only way to do something like that is with a script, because you have to know what instance you're hitting, and you can only do that realistically with a script. You can do that with like locking and stuff, but I'm not a big fan of locking because you don't have the instance still. You're just locking randomly. And what if you lock two things? Which one is it going to go to when you say lock target? I don't know. So I think you'd have to, oh my goodness, this guy's back. Bear with me, guys. I'm sorry. I wonder if there's a way to remove. Like, how do I ban this guy? That's what I'm not sure. Participants. Okay, here we go. Nope. This user's message. Oh. Okay. It looks like I just hid all of his stuff. I hope he doesn't come back, guys. I'm gonna look into this for next time, how I can ban them. Noob did not see that until now. The reason I wanted to make a projectile swings in my game be a projectile. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, so you just wanted to hit one enemy. Okay, I know what you're talking about. Unfortunately, that is not possible. And I'll just... Wow, those guys didn't give up. Oh, for some reason it wasn't wanting to show yours, Hernandez. There you go. Hi, Blitz. What's up, man? Yeah, it does make sense. And we've had... The problem is that if the same frame, everything is getting hit. The only... Because if it's the same frame, everything is going to get hit regardless. And there's other engines that struggle with that as well. The only thing that I can think of off the top of my head to reduce it, but not to get rid of it, is to have the projectile start inward and grow outward. That way, like, if one is not touching, so like if they're not exactly on each other, one will get hit, but the other ones behind it won't. Because as soon as it hits, you just get rid of the bullet. So it would go, let's see here. You go something like this, where you would just have the melee hitbox, right? And it, I don't know, it doesn't have to be whatever. But then you could, so this would be the hitbox. This would, it would be directional, I think. Yeah, it would be. So it would go Do 4. I do 4. If you ever see numbers for my directions, because I use the number pad. So 4 is left, 6 is right, 8's up, and 2's down. We'll say that this is... we'll do right, since it's easier. And then on the frame here, you would have your attack detection. And so you would start it at 0. And you would summon it basically in the middle of the player. If you can imagine the player right here. And then just make it animate outwards. And that way the first one that it hits... You might still hit multiple, but I think you could reduce how many you hit. Because enemies aren't always going to be exactly, you know, in the same exact spot. So if you're extending it outward, it's just going to hit the first one. And then destroy itself, or whatever it does, you know. So, let's go like this. And then how you animate that's pretty simple. Oh, whoops. Messed that one up. 1 second here. I pressed the button too many times. Alright, so that didn't save, but we'll have to... So hitbox, let's just say test. Oh. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to this. My bad. My bad, everybody. Alright. So, hitbox. Okay. So what I was saying is you could have a hitbox like this. And this, so you would generate this object, right? And it would be like this. And your player would be in the middle. So if you can imagine your player right here, and then the enemies are off, let's just say right here, right? So you would extend the attack animation out instead of just making it like this instantly. And that way, because enemies, like I was saying, I'll just repeat myself, enemies aren't always going to be exactly together. Sometimes they are, and those are just unpreventable. But for the cases where they're just kind of slightly together, then you could just have it go outward like that until it hits the first one. And then destroys itself. You can just simply do that by... Oh, whoa. Okay, so that's a bug. If you try to copy, I'll have to get that reported. That's the second time it did it on me. So if you don't have a animation on there, and you try to copy paste a frame, it won't work. Alright, so just for ease, I'll just use the player. Okay, here we go. Okay, that works. So again, this is just going to be the player, and you could even have this as the player. You just take the opacity and turn it down. That way you would know while you're setting everything up where it needs to be. And so if you were attacking, let's say you were attacking left. So let's flip this. And let's add the hitbox. Like this. So this is where your hitbox would start. Hey, hi Blitz. Welcome, welcome, buddy. And so what we would do is, in order to extend it, we have to have the center right here. So we would have to go to the center and move it. Now this is going to look weird because it's also going to be manipulating the BazBot here, but this BazBot won't be there in the end. Now this doesn't matter where it is on the Y, it just needs to be somewhere on this left side. I'll just leave it like there so you can see it. All right, and then the next thing is that we can do a linear, and let's make it grow over, I don't know, however long your attack is. Say it's 6 frames, right? And then at this last frame, you just say where you want it to be. Let's just say you want it at the end of this right here. Okay. Jamonius is here. Jamonius. He makes Mega Man likes too. He actually completes games though. Alright, so let's see here. So this needs to be linear. Oh, I know what I did. So this is going to be the last frame. And we got to make a new frame. So I'll just copy and paste this one. But this frame is going to be the small one. So now if we play it, it's going to grow. Now it's going to grow pretty fast, but we can see that the first frame is going to grow. Wait, why is it going instantly? Let's see here. What did I do wrong? It's linear. Maybe it's because, let's try this. Oh, okay. Good to know, Hernandez. So for some reason, this linear interpolate doesn't let me do it. We'll say if I move it right here. It should be, oh, maybe I needed out 1 pixel. That might be what it is. No. Let's see, because this is the desire. So this is right. I want this to be the desired, you know, range. And then this part was the linear interpolating part, which is on linear. Maybe it doesn't like flipped. Let's try this. Nope. Oh, sometimes this, let's see that. Oh, okay. So when I made the new frame, I didn't mark it as linear. So that's what it was. Okay. So let's flip this. Yeah, something like that where it grows outward. And that way, when it hits an enemy, say right here, it destroys itself. And then it won't miss the other enemies behind it, if that makes any sense. It just grows outward instead of just starting like this. So that would be the only way I could see it working for you, Cell. Because right now, if enemies are all in range of that attack detection is going to hit them all. And well, I wonder if a script could also negate that. You know what? I bet a script could, because with the script, you get an array. Well, no, but attack stuff is automatic. So if you're using, you would also have to have a custom, like hit and HP removal and stuff like that. You'd have to have a custom system, because attack detection is automatic. That's one of the only bummers about it, is it's automatic. There's no room for flexibility. And matter of fact, in another game that I was working on, this game right here, I'll just pop this one on real quick. It was Crest and Ember here. So on this game, you guys might remember this game. It was a Zelda-like. But we had to have a custom battle system. Yeah, we have this thing. But we had to have a custom battle system for it. Because the problem, yeah, the issue is that attack detection just hits everything. If it's in there, it's going to hit it. And so we can't prevent that. We can't prevent that if an attack detection's in there, it's going to hit it. But we can, like, minimize the damage, so to say, by having that scale out real quick so that it destroys before it hits anything behind it, possibly. But this one it uses a, let's see here, it has a custom, can't remember which one it was, but it was like some enemy additional behavior. Basically, we made our own damage system. So anything gets hit, or how was it? I don't know. It's been a while since I've worked on this project. Maybe I shouldn't explain it, but yeah. Yeah, so that game was by, the pixel artist was Ben Baba. I don't know if you guys remember him, but yeah, he had some really cool stuff. Let me show you some of the stuff that we had for it. This might be too loud. Yeah. 15. Okay. So this was a cutscene that we had for it. It was so cool. And we had a whole tutorial. We had a jumping system. Oh, the keyboard keys are horrible. Right trigger? Oh, for rolling. That's right. We had dynamic cameras. Man, this was such a cool project to work on. Oh, don't mind that guy. It's just because there's 2 characters in there already. Then you're going to be able to... Can't... No, you can't. Yeah, you can't climb that. But you would eventually open this door. Let's see. Oh yeah, here was the menu. This menu I was pretty proud of. It's 2 objects. That's all this menu is. It's 2 objects. Everything else is... It's a plugin, but... Let me see if I can open that, though. He just had... I don't know, Ben Baba's really good with this stuff. Man, I don't know. Oh, I know what it was. I need some free movement here. Free movement. Anyone know you can do this? Toggle free movement. You can walk around in your game however you want. Okay, here we go. Now we're cooking. I'm just gonna mosey on over here with my hacks. And here, let me turn it off now. Then we had this thing where you could, how did we grab this? No. Oh, that's right. It was used to melt these ice blocks. That's right. And then you can jump off. And then you can enter the dungeon. If I can remember how. Maybe... maybe... Let's do free movement again. There we go. Alright, so you're gonna see some weirdness just because I have that second player following me from that one scene that I was in. So let me... There we go. We're synced up now. Then we had chests. How did it work? Huh. I can't remember how to even open my chest now. Oh well. Anyway. Oh. Let me show you one more thing though. Like I said, I was really happy with where this project was going. Okay, so we jump over here. We have some minotaurs that we fight. Oops. Oh. Shoot. So I'm gonna have to be very careful because... Okay. Yeah, I kind of messed it up because I have multiple players here. But what I was really proud of, what I was trying to get to anyway, was... Oh, maybe it wasn't those. Okay. Well, anyway, I'll just leave it at that, but... So some of the most useful plugins... Probably the most useful plugin is Action Text from Joe. Also the Reset Game. So any of the official plugins I really like. Auto Tile, you can use it if you're using, I don't know. The problem with Auto Tile is there's potential for performance increase. And so I never really use it because I don't want the performance increase. Or, sorry, decrease. Show Message I really like, but a lot of people don't like the style that it comes in. Show Choices is nice. It's not very flexible, but it's nice. Minimap, a lot of people like Minimap. But Reset Game is almost a must for me. Reset Game. And now this new analog stick tilt, that's a really good one too. But yeah, most of the good ones are official plugins. I think I have one on my itch page. Down here, I have one called Baz Menu Scene Mouse XY. That one's kind of nice if you're making a point shooter. Or just any kind of a top-down where you have a crosshair. So... Alright, so anyway... And I'll show you more of this game later, but let's go back to the new bot, because unfortunately that game's discontinued. And it should, yeah, for now, it's discontinued. But Green Bomber is not. It's recontinued. So scripting in PGM isn't so difficult, but making plugins, I think, is difficult. But I'm too amateur to really say that, to be honest, because there are ways you can save stuff in the plugin form, and then recall that from the plugin. The problem is that if you don't have access to arrays and stuff like Pixel Game Maker doesn't natively, it's really hard to do anything. To make like an easy inventory system, for instance, or to make a menu system without an array, which I'm sure it is possible because Ben Baba he made a plugin for that previous game for auto pathing, or for smart pathing basically, and he saves information within the plugin that goes scene to scene. So if we could get something like that, I think it would help. But I'm just too new and I don't know. We need more info. Yeah, Terranigma. That's such a great game. I never got to play it, but I've watched the playthrough for all of it. All right, so now we're back to this here. And we did that. And oh yeah, I was going to work on this. I want it to come back. So that's pretty simple. Platform fall. It falls. Okay, so I already set it up for it. I created an X start and an XY variable. So what I need to do here is the fall animation. Okay, I think I got it. So then we'll go like this. We'll say fall done. We'll just continue. That's fine. Okay, and then right here, we can say after a certain amount of time, so let's just say, let's just try one. Start the object self x coordinate will equal the object self x start. And we'll copy paste and change that to the y. Yes, Kid Thels. Kid Thels is the hope. Is the hope that one day we'll be able to do a nice, easy system. Right, and then we'll just execute object action to wait for player. Should be that simple. Should be. Should be. Let's watch it fail epically. Yup. Let's see what state it's in. Let's grab that. What did I name it? Fall. Okay, so I'll just put platform. So it says it's waiting for player. Okay, so it must be the, or let's see here. It might be. Let's do this instead. There might be an issue here. I might know what's going on. Say 2 seconds. And let's just try this now. It doesn't show though. That goes small. Oh, not affected. Maybe. Let's try that. So it gets the XY. So the X coordinate. Yeah, the XY equals the starting XY. I guess let's just make sure that it's getting that in the first place. We have platform. This one. So yeah, it's getting it correctly. Now let's frame step this here. All right, so it's going down. All is done. And its XY is right here. Just clicking my mouse very quick here. 2 seconds worth of clicks. Okay, wait for player. So it doesn't snap. Okay. Oh, maybe the motion is too long here. Let's go to fall. Okay, so it just kind of fades out. That's it. That shouldn't be that big of a deal. So maybe instead of that, we'll just do after a certain amount of time passes here, maybe. There's so many ways to do this, right? It's hard to... But for some reason, it's not changing the coordinate back to that. Please don't include those blocks that blink. No, I don't think I will. Is that loud again? No, it's good. Player's on it, it falls, gets to done. I guess I'll just do this maybe. See if that works. And then we'll just skip this in general. That is very interesting. So 2, 6, 4, and then 11. Two, 6, 4, and then 11 is what we need. So it didn't. Oh. Okay, that was totally my bad. I was doing it by the same variable. Of course it's not going to work. Why start? Oh, but then I changed it into here. Alright, why start? Yeah, they really are. Those blocks. Yeah. Okay, this should work. Here we go. Success. Okay. Cool. Alright, so really, I don't even need fall anymore. That was just... I can just do this. And after so long, I'll just put 1.5. See, that might be too quick. No, actually, that's about right. Okay, cool. Alright, so there's another thing down. Save it. Feels good, yep. Alright. Now let's see what else. So, the joint level, and then I got this level. So I want to revisit this level, make sure I was doing this okay. Actually, let me just do the whole process here. So in this level, what's going on is we have this igloo that pumps out penguins. These things will hurt you. The only way to get rid of them is with a flamethrower. And then you run, but you can't get up here. The only way to get up here is to blast yourself up there. So it's kind of an alternative to jumping. It's kind of fun, actually. And then you can switch back to flamethrower to get through these. Then switch back, charge shot to open this door. Yeah, so on this particular project, Emotionless, it's me and Noob K. And then I have other projects where I work with other developers. So then the only way to reach this one is to blast yourself up. And this one's tricky because... Oh, this is so much more forgiving now. I used to keep having to restart the level if I fell down. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so there we go on that. And I need to make it to where that sound effect for the igloo only plays when you're on screen. So there's a few ways I could do this. I could just have it not shoot out until it's on screen, but that's not what I really want. So what I'm gonna do is this. So we have a spawn right here. Thanks, Fernando. And so what I'm going to do here, so this is where it's going to actually spawn, and that's fine. But I want it to only play the sound. This one will be play SFX. And this one will only happen if you're so close to the player. So the target is the player. And if it's within... So this is dot count, so we're going pixels. So I want it to be... let's say like 4 tiles. So 16 times 4. This should be easy for me. Let's just 5, I guess. That's not the number. All right, 16 times 5. 80. Okay, so 80. We'll just try it. We'll make this processing order of 1. And, oh, it also needs if motion plays to the end. So if motion plays to the end. And I can't remember if I need it. I think I need to do the opposite on this one. Let's try this. I'm going to go to a scene that has it more spread out. So, like this one. Oh, no, not that one. This one? No, I must have changed it. All right, I guess I could test it in here. I'll just bring them up here and see if we still hear the sound. So we'll continue starting that. And then this one, this link will be, oh, whoops, that one and that one. So if motion is playing, okay, perfect. And then this one just automatically goes as soon as it's done playing. Takes over the motion. So we'll do the sound effect right here. Then we'll take the sound effect out of there. And this should only play the sound effect when we're in range. Okay, so that wasn't it. So let's try not clicking that. That one, if after motion plays. This one is going off camera. Maybe 80 pixels is too much. Let me just try 16. Okay, let me try to do that. Okay, so I'm not doing something right here. Oh, are the sliding penguins making a noise? Nope. So it's just the igloo. So if the motion plays and going off camera, it's also the processing priority 1. Is going off the camera. This one kind of always confuses me. Going off the camera. So is it leaving the screen? But we want to check if it's on the screen. So then it would be the opposite. Okay, so it would be the opposite. And do 0. Okay. Well, I'll have to look into this one because it should work, but for some reason it's I'm just not doing something right here. Okay. So anyway, still plays at least. That means that this one's not triggering then. So let's say possibly it needs to be on this one actually. Try this. And this one will be finish motion. Oh, maybe this one has to be the first out check. That I probably was doing that backwards. So if it just finishes motion, it plays, but first it's going to check if it's off camera. Okay. Oh, that's true. I could use that. That's a good point. So you're saying distance. Okay, yeah, let's try that. So distance with other object. And I'll just say less than like a degree of 180. So half a screen since the camera's usually on the screen. I'll try it anyway. Something doesn't sound right there, but maybe. It's still playing. If less than 180. Holy cow, it's already been 2 hours? Whoa. I was not expecting... Yeah, no, I was only planning for an hour. Could include a check for distance with the player in a condition statement and play the SFX only when the return... Yeah, that's true. That way you wouldn't need a separate action box. That's true. I could. I'm just trying to think why that camera one should be working. That's what's really weird. Yeah, I could run it either in the link or in the link out, or I could run it in this box as well. I don't know if anyone wants to see a script real quick, but dude, we could try something. Yeah, motionless. This is my first stream, and I can't commit to like always, but I want to stream at least once a week. I think that would be the goal. But you might see it every 2 weeks for starting, and the start times might be different. This time seemed to be pretty good for people, but I also want to try evening time too. So that's the one that was voted on the most. So if I do evening, it will always have to be a Monday. But mornings I can do almost any day, really. So we'll just see how it goes, and I'll just stream as often as we need. So the first thing we'll do here, we'll grab... We log. All right, so we want the player. lowercase. And we also want the self. Forgot about that. So var self. Now, what we want is we want to play the sound effects only if it's on the camera. In my mind, that's what I'm thinking. So real quick, we got to, I'll pull this up here so we can see it. All right, so with this, Control F and say camera off. Or camera, sorry if that was a little loud. Go down to, oh, going off camera. There we go. That's what it's called. I just want these. Back to the script. Got to beautify this a little bit. There we go. And we're not running it as this. We're just saying A is the object, which the player object, I should already know this, but I don't. Oh, it's object 1. That's easy. So object 1, a distance, we want it to be, see the distance flag, true sets distance, false no distance. We'll just leave it at false for now. So then we say, here's the condition. We're going to say if the self, wait, is it the self in this one? If the self, yeah. So if the self is out of range, if it's true, oh, you know what? We actually don't even need the player on this. If it's true, then we play the sound effects. So this check up here, if you're not quite following, is this is the going off camera check. And then this one right here is just set up vars, set up variables. So for instance, grabbing self. Then we use the self down here. Just to kind of show it, Zeta, just to show that you can do this and make it one action, and to see if it works, because I obviously couldn't get it to work with just the normal visual scripting. So we'll see if this one works. This will probably be the last thing that I can do. My kids are gonna come screaming home here in a minute. So let's see. Oh, play sound effect. So audio playback. So this is what we want right here. Audio playback. Go right here. So then we'll put this in here. Again, we'll be calling it from the self. Now, this is how I like to get my args quickly, because this is a lot of stuff to go through. So I'm just going to go to plugins, click show log. Going to auto populate with a bunch of stuff. Now I need to go to the igloo. Okay. Now right here, so then I'll clear this log. Oh, I need to go right here. So clear it. Oh. Oh, I know why this isn't working. This is generating a death effect. Guys, I think I'm calling the sound effect. No, I'm not. Oh, where am I calling the sound effect? Because that's just generating the death effect. That shouldn't. Oh, maybe it is. Okay. Yeah, I've done it before too, and that's why this is not making sense to me. Normally I just do camera going off, and that usually does it. But I don't know. It might be one of those things where it's just having a tough time thinking about it. So since I don't know the type, I'm just gonna go like this. Aw, you mother. Get off of here. All right. So, where was I? The igloo. Okay, so yeah, just right here, I want to... So since I don't have the args necessarily all set up, I'm just going to go like this. Go to audio playback, and I know... Well, actually, I don't even know what kind it's playing. The death effect. If I go to the death effect here... Am I playing it? Yeah, see, I'm playing it from right here. I'm playing it from the death effect. Okay, so that makes it a little easier, because now I just have to maybe do generate object instead of... Okay, so I was going about this a little bit wrong. Let's see here. Okay, so here's generate object. So yeah, I'm just gonna make this simpler and go generate object. So generate the death object, the death effects object. And I'll replace this with self. We don't run any more things we don't need. Now I'll bring up that show log here, clear it, and bring up the arguments. Now I just need to copy and paste these. I know, he must be interested in Pixel Game Maker, guys. He sounds very interested and wants to learn more. Alright, so this script, it should work just like this. So if I copy this and paste it right here. I can get rid of these, do that, and I can get rid of this. Just have it like how I did. And it should play. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Whoa. Get over here. So this should play. And see, it's not playing. So I'm doing something right. Actually, I might be doing something wrong. Let me make sure that the script's not bad. You do that by going to runtime. And we can see, let's pause it. And we can see that it's executing script. So that means that it's working, at least. So the script's working. The logic's just backwards. So for right here, we can say, if the condition is not true. I think that's all I forgot. I don't have to copy paste that. For that, I can just go into the script itself, scroll up, and click if the condition is not true. So now this should sound or make cool. Okay, so that works. And now if we go up and we play, we should not hear it now. But we still hear it? Isn't that crazy? How is that? I don't understand why that's doing that. Oh well. Some things don't make sense in life, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call it though. It's getting that time. got to get some lunch in before work and stuff. So I think this is where we could end it, guys. Yeah, it's been fun. Thanks for hanging out, giving me your input, dealing with this bot that is getting wrecked next time. So, yep, that sounds good. If you got any more questions, obviously, Steam forums, Discord. I answer YouTube channel comments too. I try to anyway. Sometimes I miss one. But yeah, I think this was an awesome, successful first stream, and definitely I definitely want to do more. So thank you very much. I will see you next time.